Hey everybody, I'm Honda Pro Jason in Warsaw, Poland at Honda Whittlein, and I have something extremely exciting to show you, the new European HR-V. Now I know I'm not the first person to ever review the HR-V, but I can promise you, not only am I going to show you things that no one else has ever shown you, I'm also the first one to ever compare the American version HR-V to the European version HR-V because they are completely different. I mean, I don't even know how they're both HR-Vs. The European HR-V is really built off the Honda Jazz or the Fit platform, where the US HR-V is built off the Civic platform. So you're gonna see a lot of pluses for the European side, and then I'm also gonna show you a lot of pluses for the US side. Big shout out to Honda Whittlein, you guys have been awesome. Thanks for letting me review this vehicle, and let's get into it. So we're gonna start with the key because it's very, very different. As you guys can see on this key here, well first, there's no panic button. They don't have a panic button in Europe at all. And the key only controls the lock, unlock, and opens up the hatch. And you have to have this key on you and you have to press the unlock button because there are no door sensors. Come check this out. In the US, you just grab the door handle because there's sensors inside. Not in Europe. You actually have to press the unlock button, and then when you walk away, you have to press this. It'll lock or press a lock button. Here's a feature I've talked about that Europe has that US doesn't have, and they have it on almost all of their vehicles. You guys know when you press the unlock button once, press it again and the windows go down, right? But what Europe has is when you press lock once and hold lock again, watch what happens to the windows. They actually go up. How cool is that? The front is extremely unique. I love the styling. Honda H right up front. I love that. I love the front grille. I think it looks really aggressive. These headlights are really, really cool. Very, very similar to the US version. One thing that we don't have in the US, all the way down here, they have fog lights. We have the parking sensors here. Of course, European license plate. It's kind of cool. Coming around to the side here, when you lock the doors, these mirrors fold in. And when you unlock the doors, check this out. The mirrors fold out. We do not have power folding mirrors. 18-inch wheels, standard. It's on all trims. If you look up here, come all the way to the top. Luckily, my cameraman's a little taller than me. You'll see something missing up here. That's because there's no sunroof. In any trim level, no sunroof. That's kind of crazy. These back doors open up like our old CR-V, or the old HR-V. They open up this way. So the handle's right up here. And because it's made off of the Honda Jazz and Fit, stay right there, it has Honda's Magic Seat. So these seats fold up, this seat folds up, and you have a ton of room back here, which we do not have in the US version. Coming around to the back, rear wiper, full LEDs. This is the mid-range. There is one range above this, which I'm going to show you guys in a second. Tail lights changed a little bit. Something cool, there is a Honda Easter egg that I found just the other day. If you take a look right inside here, come real close. Take a look right here, you can see the silhouette of an HR-V with the little lifeline next to it. That's Honda's little Easter egg. They put that on all the little HR-Vs. Isn't that cool? Little silhouette of the HR-V there. Coming back around, the back end I think is really aggressive. I really like the way it looks. If you notice down here, you'll notice something interesting. It's like that because all the European HR-Vs are all hybrids. They're powered by a 1.5 dual electric power motor system. Everyone's hybrid, that's the only way they come. Now to open up the tailgate, there's two different ways to do it. You can press hold here, or there's a button right underneath here that you can open it up. One thing that's interesting to note is when you close it, there is no sound. Like in the US version, it goes beep, beep, beep to tell you that it's closing. This one doesn't have any sound, but it does have, come a little closer up here, hold the set height, which means if this is a little bit too tall or your garage is a little bit too low, you can lower this a little bit. You press and hold, wait for it to beep. Once it beeps, every time you open it, let me shut it here. When I reopen it, it's going to open up only to that height. I really like that feature. I think more Honda should have it. So I'm going to open it up here, and watch, it's only going to open up to the height that I set it to. Something else that's super cool Right next to it is a walk-away auto close feature. Watch this, you press this button, it turns green. All I have to do is walk away, stay on the car, stay on the car, stay on the car. It automatically closes. I think that's pretty cool. So they don't have automatic door locks as you walk away, no walk-away auto lock, but they do have walk-away tailgate close, which I think is pretty unique and different. So that's some of the outside features that I really like and some of the differences between the US version and the European version. Let's go inside and I'll show you a lot more. Now inside the new HR-V. Before we get going, I want to show you guys everything about this infotainment, but I need to change the language because I don't speak Polski. So let's go home. Let's go to settings, system, language, English, accept. There we go. Now this looks a little bit better. So check this out. This is very similar to the US version. You have all apps, navigation, phone, a couple new things. TA, which I believe is traffic information, if I'm not wrong. You guys let me know in the comments if I am or not, but you can turn that on and off. And then something I've never seen before, the owner's manual. Check this out. The entire owner's manual is built into the computer. So if you have any questions in the car, you have a table of contents, word search, and then quick links. So table of contents, you can go through every single feature or control. If you have any questions, it's built into the computer. I think that is awesome. I would love to see something like that in the US versions. General settings, vehicle settings. These are a little bit different because your vehicle settings now look similar, but when you go to like meter setup, there's a few less options than the US has. And definitely when you go to keyless access setup, because you need your key and there's no sensors in the door handles themselves, there's no way to set those. So this is all you get. Smart entry light flash. And then lighting setup, then door and window setup. This is all you get. Notification, auto folding mirrors, because they do auto fold. And then the remote window control. That will control if the windows go up or down from the remote themselves. You can shut that system off, which is new for Honda. And then power tailgate setup and maintenance. So basically very similar. The big difference is going to be the owner's manual. They also have DAB here. DAB is like our XM radio. Other than that, everything is very similar there. If you look at the side vents, show them that one and I'll show this one. Go ahead and turn that to the very top. You'll hear a click. So you can hear those click, and the very top one that you're looking at actually brings air around the vehicle. The middle one there brings air right in your face, and then the bottom one just shuts it off totally. These controls are very similar. The only difference, of course, is they're in centigrade, not in Fahrenheit. You have a couple of USBs down here. There's USB there, USB here. Let's see if these are backlit. They are not backlit like the US, so they might be a little bit hard to find, but they're right in front of you. Some storage, some more storage, another power outlet hidden down there. There it is. And then the transmission. This is not a CVT. This is not a automatic. It's actually driven by the electric motors. So you have your regular drive modes, then you have B, which is extra braking. Drive mode, speaking of drive modes, they have a sport mode. Check this out. Come right up here. You see where it says normal? It goes up to sport, normal, and econ. We don't have a sport mode in the US, so I think that's kind of cool. These gauges do not change, by the way. You can't adjust them or change anything inside of there. Coming back down here, there's a hill assist, just like we have in the US, so that's gonna slow the car down when it goes down to a hill, and you can set that between 2 miles an hour and 12 miles an hour. Parking brake, and this parking brake is settable, just like the US, so if you wanna set it, put the parking brake on, pull back and hold, wait about 10 seconds, you'll hear it beep. Release it, pull it back one more time, and now it's automatically set. So every time I shut off the car, this parking brake stay there, this parking brake's automatically gonna set. Just like that. And you can shut that off by doing the same thing. Again, it'll toggle that on or toggle that off. Brake holds. You have some cup holders. These aren't the biggest in the world. They're not as big as the US versions, but it does fit my Polish water bottle. Nice, see? Fits perfect in there. Coming across to the steering wheel, you have your basics on the left-hand side there. Horn in the middle. You have a LIM, which actually limits your speed. So in Europe there's a lot of areas where you have to limit your speed during certain times of the day. So this will limit your speed, so you can't really go any faster even if you hit the gas, which is kind of unique. And then you have a heated steering wheel, which we don't have in the US version. At least not, no, we don't have in the US version at all. Other than that, up here we have your regular fog lights, and then you have your rear fog lights, which we do not have rear fog lights. Those are really cool. I wish we did, but we don't. Other than that, looking around the interior, this is the same. Up here you have an SOS button, which we don't have, so you pull that down, you press SOS and help will come. And then these are all the same there. Center console has a nice little open area there. Nothing hidden in there, I thought I'd check anyway. Now, let's check out the boot. No real big surprises here. Come around a little bit, there's a little bit of storage inside here. There's a little bit of storage on the side there. Some LED lighting. A little tiny bit of storage here. There is no spare tires, so there's some fix-a-flat and a little jack here if you need it. Let's see. These seats go down. They completely go down. So you guys can see that there's a lot of room back here, which is really cool. Oh, these lights are the same. Yep. Come in real quick. Let me show you this. These lights are the same as the HRV in the US. There's one of the very few similarities. So these are touch on and touch off, which I think is really cool. A couple USBs back here, some vents. I like the vents in the back seat. That's really classy. Very cool. So now let's go for a drive. Let's see what the 1.5 liter engine does in this car. Before we go for a drive, let's see what we're working with. Yep, just like the Jazz, a little dirty. 1.5 liter petrol engine and 2 electric motors, so it's a dual system. So the front wheels or all the wheels will be powered by the electric motors or by the gas engine, depending on which is powering the car. Most of the time it's electric motors, and that's just done for better fuel efficiency. And that's the only engine that comes in this car. Let's go for a drive. So we're kind of parked on the side of the building, almost on a sidewalk. And there's a small curb in front of us, so we're gonna see if we have the clearance to go over the curb. Let's see what happens here. I asked if I can go over the curb and I was told, yeah, no problem. So we'll try it out and see. Oh yeah, no problem. Okay, now we're off. So right now it's in electric mode, and let's give it a little gas. Oh my God. Okay, that was unexpected. Actually, it's really good pickup, like really, really good pickup. I don't do a lot of driving reviews because, I don't know, I kind of think that people should gauge the pickup for themselves. You know, like I had a, 450 horsepower Civic Type R, so I can't say that everything's gonna have great pickup to it, but this really has really good electric pickup. It's an electric motor, so torque is instant, which I really like. This is really cool, this is really fun. Great visibility all the way around. With the mirrors and everything, there's no blind spots at all, which I really like. Yeah, I mean, it drives very much like the Jazz. Like I drove the Jazz not too long ago in France, and this drives very similarly. And it's comfortable. I mean, the seating position is really good. The armrests are perfect. I could do this every day for sure. I really could. So let's get this back to the dealership, and then I want to show you the top version. The top version is going to be pretty cool. I'll show you what the differences in the top version are and see if I can find any more hidden secrets inside the car. So let's get back to the dealership. So what we just drove was called the Advance, which is right in the middle. The top line is Advanced Style, which is one behind me. Let me show you some of the differences. The Advanced Style is going to get a two-tone paint job. So the top of the car is actually a different color than the bottom of the car. That's kind of cool. You also get these roof rails, which I like. In the back of the car, these taillights totally changed. I mean, they look awesome. So they're not red on the top, they're totally clear all the way across. And then on the inside, the interior is totally changed as well. So the interior, you get this nice two-tone. The seats have like an orange stitching to them. And then that center console has an extra chrome and a different color insert in the inside. What'd you think? Do you guys think you like the US version better? Do you like the European version? Would you like Honda to make a combo of all the cool stuff in the European one and all the cool stuff in the US one? That would be kind of neat. Let me know what you think in the comments below. And this time from Warsaw, Poland, but as always, I'm the Honda Pro, and now you're in the know.